Many churches want to equip their congregations with solid biblical counseling, but building a full, theologically sound curriculum from scratch takes hundreds of hours and specialized academic staff that most ministries simply do not have. That is where the Restoring Hope School of Biblical Counseling Institutional Partner Program comes in. It offers a ready-made, scripture-first curriculum that churches can plug right into their existing ministry. But you have to choose the right level of integration. Pick the wrong tier, and you either overwhelm your staff with administrative burdens they can't handle, or you miss out on the local, face-to-face support your community needs. This chart outlines 3 distinct options: the referral ministry at $0, extension ministry partner at $300, and branded training center at $600. Moving up buys deeper control and co-branding, but demands exponentially more staff time and compliance. Selecting a tier requires a cold assessment of your church's actual operational reality and available staff bandwidth. Before looking at the specific tiers, your ministry must understand the absolute boundaries that apply across the entire program. First, RHSBC retains total, non-negotiable control over all academic records, grading, course completion, and student admissions. Second, the non-licensure boundary. RHSBC education prepares learners for pastoral and ministry care. It does not, by itself, grant or guarantee state professional licensure. Third, the CLSTG boundary. If you are familiar with the Christian Life School of Theology Global, you need to know their courses, tuition, and records remain entirely separate from these Restoring Hope Ministries-owned pathways. These strict boundaries are in place to protect student privacy, limit your church's legal liability, and maintain the school's scripture-first academic integrity. Partnering with RHSBC means your church is hosting study cohorts or referring learners. You are not launching an independent, accredited college. Let's evaluate the baseline option, the referral ministry tier. This matrix breaks down the required inputs. For the referral tier, the barrier to entry is non-existent. It requires a $0 setup fee, 0 annual renewal, and 0 local administrative staff. On the outcome side, approved referral ministries receive specific tracking links and become eligible for a standard 10% affiliate commission on referred enrollments. The operational trade-off here is complete detachment. You do not host local cohorts, and you do not receive any customized RHM branding. This is ideal for churches that want to casually point community members towards trusted biblical counseling resources without taking on any administrative responsibility. The referral tier maximizes your financial and operational safety, but it completely sacrifices local community engagement and cohort oversight. The next step up is the extension ministry partner tier. As the second column shows, the financial input here is a $300 setup fee, split into a $50 application review and a $250 activation, plus a $150 annual renewal. The operational input is strict. Your local facilitators must complete the assigned course, pass at 90% or higher, and actively manage safeguarding and privacy rules. For that effort, you gain the right to host local discussion cohorts, receive one-on-one administrator orientation, and unlock a higher 15% affiliate rate. Unlike the referral tier, you are now actively managing a physical learning environment where students gather to discuss and apply the material. The extension tier successfully buys local community connection and face-to-face mentoring, but it costs active, dedicated staff time to run safely. The highest level of partnership is the branded training center tier. Here, the setup fee is $600, split into a $100 application and a $500 activation, alongside a $300 annual renewal. The operational input demands a thorough organizational review and a deep 2-person administrative onboarding process with RHSBC staff. In return, your church receives a co-branded identity, customized landing pages, a directory listing, and regional hub status. Co-branding means your local ministry will use approved visual assets, like the RHM WEAF logo, explicitly labeling your organization as an approved local training partner of Restoring Hope Ministries. There is a critical financial rule to remember at this level. Institutional fees purchase these onboarding, support, and branding services. They do not purchase the right to compensation. The branded tier provides the highest level of public integration, but it demands a mature, highly resourced ministry capable of sustaining a regional presence. Knowing what each tier requires, we can map your ministry to the correct option based entirely on your staff capacity. This decision tree asks one primary filtering question: does your church have the dedicated staff or volunteers required to run a local physical study group safely? If the answer is no, your profile is a connector. You should select the referral ministry tier. If you answer yes, there is a secondary filtering question: does your church need a co-branded landing page and a regional public presence? If the answer is no, you are a facilitator. You should select the extension ministry partner tier. If the answer is yes, you are a hub builder, equipped for the branded training center tier. Your current operational bandwidth determines the correct tier, regardless of which level offers the highest affiliate commission. Overcommitting to a high tier without the staff to support it will ultimately hurt your church administration and your students. RHSBC's application fee becomes non-refundable once the substantive review begins, making an honest upfront assessment financially critical. The definitive operational recommendation is to start conservatively, based strictly on the resources available to your church today. You can always apply to upgrade your tier later, as your local capacity to facilitate biblical counseling naturally grows. These partnerships succeed through honest boundaries and faithful stewardship, equipping the church at a sustainable, manageable pace.